is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets will be in a hole thanks to that short return. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. Able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They'll give it to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your
just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Racing down the left side. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Gets some yardage and gets down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Texas's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2-star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. Some help over here, but we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
The give from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. He finds his man. Across the 25 to the 20. Before he stopped, pick up a 5 and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Quarterback adapting. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Longhorns! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Zings it complete to the right. Spinderella. The expressway is wide open. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Once he got loose, it was all over.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Texas offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Smith dropping to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They'll try to run for it. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam, boy. He is hard to bring down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the run, fires downfield. It's incomplete, and we'll change into the field now. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Oh, picked off.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. South Alabama handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Mobile, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're bringing heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Grabs it in the middle.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Finds his man enough for the first. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Smith wants to throw. Complete downfield. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They keep attacking through the air. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Keeps it and gets the first down. They'll chase him out of bounds after a nice pickup on the play.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we're going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Running it back, it's Weeks. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And here come the Horns and got it again on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. Running behind that left side. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Smith dropping to pass. On the run, still looking. It's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Gets it out quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Trying to move them on the counter. Sweet cut there. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And another nice game by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
This offense has a 2nd down play. Smith wants to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And I I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Coming after it. And they got him for the sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Complete on the comeback. Hey, that's a live ball. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
These wide receivers. Nowadays, there's such big playmakers. I just want to get to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing them down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Smith dropping to pass. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
The Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
A first down for the offense.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Smith wants to throw. Snatches it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. The Longhorns perfectly happy to let him do it himself. Horns fans have seen this before. Vince Young with over 1,000 yards rushing in 2 of his 3 seasons.
I mean, he was unbelievable. Just an unbelievable physical specimen. And I think Texas fans are always looking for that next guy. Who can be the guy that can replace the Vince Young? Give me some memories like Vince Young. It's been a desert at quarterback for them for a long time. Can this be the guy with the wheels to bring Texas back?
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
In blue. In blue.
From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, gave the defender the business. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
Jackrabbit.
Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Smith wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, and it's step one accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Buys a little extra time.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him, and basically you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping him.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Unloads quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Escapes the sack. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Weeks. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field.
Set.
Line gets set, 1st down. Motion from the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got the tight end. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. You used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Oh, he's looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Snow. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Quick release on the RPO.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Getting some heat. Pressure coming. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You've got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
On the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
On the option. He'll toss it. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man down the middle.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Here comes the Texas offense. Trucks through the defender. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Smith wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
They stripped it out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
Trying to get to him. Takes a hit as he fires. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The throw. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. Got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Pass to 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Smith dropping to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They've decided to try to go. They fake it. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. A strike downfield. He's off to the races. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Feeling some heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're trying to get to it. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Longhorns will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
Start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Smith wants to throw. Dances away to buy time. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw.
He uncorks one deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Timeout is called with just a single second left. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. The play action fake. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work that hard work, really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.